What's going on, friends? Welcome back to the Honeystead. My name is Kaylee. If you're new here, I'm a beekeeper, I'm an herbalist. I like to forage, I'm a homemaker. I don't fit into a box, but every once in a while it's nice to do a quick introduction, especially if you've just come across my YouTube channel. So yeah, today I just wanted to kind of take a couple of minutes and sit and appreciate my garden. Without the gnats, but I think unfortunately they're just here. They're here to stay for right now. But hopefully we'll get moving around and I can kind of show you what's been blooming in the garden. But I'm going to be sneaking away for a couple of days. And sometimes when I go and leave, I like to sit and just kind of like see how the garden is, because then when I come back, I'm just going to be surprised with what's blooming. I mean, we're in the time of season where I'll come out here one day and there'll be no flowers, and then the next day I will have all my echinacea blooming, or slowly but surely my passion flower is starting to climb up and over, and that stuff does grow really fast. But sometimes it's good to just pause and sit, especially after a long couple of days of just kind of getting things together for a trip. This weekend I'm going to be at the Homestead Festival down in Columbia, Tennessee. I'm going to be speaking about herbalism and setting up there with some of our items, so that hopefully some of you can get out and come see me, along with all the other awesome speakers that are on the lineup. And I'm very much looking forward to it. The only thing that I'm not looking forward to going away is I miss my cooking, not gonna lie, and I'm also gonna miss my bed. I feel like this is actually probably a perfect conversation to share with you guys as I am sitting under the soon-to-be passion flower fortress that I have growing. In fact, I've gotta pack some herbs with me to help, because I know that sometimes being away from home, I'm not going to sleep as well. And this plant right here is one that I will be bringing with me. I'll bring it in a tea, I'll bring it in a tincture, and we'll probably head to the Apothecary, and I'll just pack a few things to take with me, because sometimes getting away, it takes me a couple of days to get used to a new location, a new bed. Since I brought up that I'm going to miss my mattress, I did want to share with you guys a little bit of a special that Birch Living is offering for their summer sale. Now, my Birch mattress is completely organic. It's made from 100% sustainable material, organic wool being one of the main components into this. It is hypoallergenic, it's mildew resistant, it is also flame retardant. The other thing that I like about it too, there's no harsh chemicals that I'm laying on. Their mattresses are completely free of any polyurethane foam and also any fiberglass. So a lot healthier for you, especially when it comes to sleeping. And as much time as we spend on our mattress, we do need to kind of be mindful of that environment. My husband and I have been sleeping on our Birch mattress now for probably I feel like we're at least 8 months. It is still completely comfortable. I highly recommend it to anybody who's out there shopping for a new mattress. This little guy is like wanting to not stay right here and is deciding it wants to grow this way. So I'm gonna have to train this one a little bit more. But I have had a few people reach out and ask about the mattress being made out of wool, and if my husband and I get hot at night, it's actually extremely comfortable and it helps regulate our temperature. So we're not overly hot, we're not overly cool, and it is one of those mattresses, as soon as you lay on, you just completely drift off to sleep. And as many of you guys know, sleep is one of the best things for our overall health. So it is very important to get a full night's rest, along with obviously sleeping on a good quality mattress. So when it comes to ordering your mattress from Birch Living, all you have to do is hop on the computer, go ahead and order the mattress. I have the Birch Luxe mattress in a king size, which, I mean, y'all, I've had a queen size for a really long time, so king size, I've got plenty of space for now Moose, my puppy, who also loves to jump in the bed with my husband and I. But it was extremely easy. All I did is hop on the computer, ordered my mattress. It came in the mail within a couple of days. I brought it inside, I unboxed it. I will say, upon watching this, I did accidentally unbox it upside down, which was a lot of fun. I had to wait for my husband to come home to help me flip the mattress. But it opened up, we were sleeping on it that night, and I love it. Birch Living does offer a 100-night free sleep trial plus a 25-year warranty. If you use the link down below, you can get a 20% off discount plus 2 free eco pillows as well, which are also extremely comfortable. I've even got my mom and dad eyeing a mattress for them, which if you guys hear in the background any of that banging or clanging, that's something I can't wait to share with you on a later date. And I do want to say a special thanks to Birch Living for sponsoring this video, as well as offering a 20% off coupon to you guys, plus 2 free EcoRest pillows. I am very much going to look forward to my bed when I get back home. So over the weekend, my daughter and I decided to put together a massive cattle panel archway that I have been super looking forward to start planting and growing things. This used to be my apiary spot where I actually kept the bees, but we decided to go ahead and pull up the stands, the hive stands that I had the bees on, and in turn it into more of a garden space. I am going to be growing more food here in this space here very soon. Probably once I get back, I'll start adding soil and adding our compost and getting the this garden spot ready. But I will say the plan for this big massive archway, which it's 16 feet long. So I did 2 cattle panels 16 feet long, and then I did T-post every 4 feet. So I used 10 T-posts altogether, and then the cattle panels were 4 feet wide, so I used 4 of them to create the actual archway. My plan for this space is to hang some really pretty twinkly lights. I've got a little table chair set that we're going to set underneath of it, and then I'm going to focus on growing some of the plants that need to have that vertical climbing. So some squash, long beans, some Thai long beans. I want to do cucumbers. I also was debating on using it for passion flower as well, but I kind of want to use the space for some of the squash that like to grow up and over. And then at night, you know, we'll have like the pretty twinkly lights that we can kind of sit and enjoy. But my hopes are during the day when I'm up here in the garden and I am like dying from heat, which I already feel it already, like, oh my gosh, my hair is already frizzy. But my plan is this will be a place that we can come and sit and kind of get out of the sun. I was also looking at like grapes, doing grapes as well. So if you guys have any ideas or like suggestions for this beautiful massive archway, let me know. I'm excited, but I have some ideas. Yeah, it's gonna be really pretty. Let's go ahead to the Apothecary real quick. I'm gonna grab a few things that I can pack for my trip. My turkey's in the background. Oh, Tom. Peeper. Always, I'm never alone. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a few things so we can get packed up and yeah, get ready to hit the road. It is definitely hot out there. Man, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The girls and I came up here and set up some of our plantain salve. Love it. I gotta go ahead and finish putting the labels on it and then putting the lid on it. I'm gonna bring some to the conference just to have with some of our beeswax. This is one of our like best sellers is our homemade plantain salve, and it's a gorgeous green batch. So I'm gonna work on that, and then I also have few things that I've got to bring and make sure that I bring with me. And yes, if you hear more banging and clanging in the background, there's a good reason for it. And I will tell you guys, just not right now. A couple weeks ago, Jill and I did a webinar about herbal first aid, and we put that out there. The replay is available if you're interested in watching or listening. It's about 2.5 hours, and then you get a copy of all the slides that we go over. But we also had a lot of people that were interested in the ebook, so we went ahead and put that together. The ebook is available as well. I'll put all of those links down below. So outside of the items that we're gonna bring for sale for the conference, I also do like to bring my own little personal stash of herbs and things that I might need when I'm traveling. Now we cover a good bit in the actual herbal first aid for the on-the-go portion, but I'll probably just bring a few of my tincture bottles with me just to kind of help with staying calm. Speaking in front of a crowd sometimes can get a little bit nerve-wracking, and sometimes like using herbs that will help kind of settle that or settle that nervous anxiousness might be helpful. Definitely going to start with some milky stage oats. This is going to be the main asset to this tincture formula. Then I'm thinking, absolutely adore Schizandra. This is it's a berry, but we tincture it. This is an adaptogen. Yes. And motherwort, because everybody could use a little bit of mother. It's also good for your cardiovascular system. And then the lemon balm, which is going to help kind of settle my gut, because I'm going to be nervous. I think I'm going to do some stinging nettle. I was thinking about rosemary for my brain, but one of the tea blends that I drink in the morning has a little bit of rosemary and it has ginkgo. So I'm good there, but let's do a little bit of stinging nettle just because I'm going to be going into a different climate. So if I might have like some allergies to whatever is blooming down there, this is going to help settle the histamine response and allow me to not be congested. So we're gonna do some nettles in this. So the first one that I decided to pick was milky stage oats. I love milky stage oats. I grow all of the oats here. I harvest them when the oat tops are still immature. And then I mix them up in my Vitamix, pour my alcohol in it, and let it sit for about 4 to 6 weeks, and then strain it out. It is one of my favorites. Just to let you know, I'm formulating for a 60 ml bottle, so my ratio is going to be doing the math. The milky stage oats is going to be my primary because that's going to be the best. So I'm going to probably go to about 15 mLs of the oats. Probably should have gone 20. I think I'm gonna listen to myself and add a little bit more for 20 altogether without making a big mess. And a little bit more volunteered itself. Sometimes that happens. So I've already used 20, so that means I have 40 mLs left to be able to fill. And that is where I think I'm gonna go ahead and formulate with this. Next is stinging nettles. Stinging nettles is going to be really helpful when I am there because I'm going down south, so that means that there's going to be different things that are blooming. I might experience a little bit of allergies. I don't necessarily want to have allergies, so I figured pull a little bit of stinging nettles to help with that, and my goal is to do about 15. Look how dark and green that is. Of course, I can't even see. No. My goal is about 10. All right. So then I am about halfway to 30. Stinging nettles is also wonderful for each system of your body. It's a tonic herb, so it's going to support every single system. Love it with the milky stage oats. The milky stage oats is also a tonic, but specifically for your nerves, which is going to be helpful. So that leaves me with 30 mLs left. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just do equal parts. So 10 of the Schizandra berry. Love Schizandra. It's a great adaptogen as well. Let me just make sure that I shook it up. You always want to shake up your tincture bottles before you actually pour them. So any of the sediment can actually like be mixed. So all the goodness can be mixed up in it. But I'm gonna go for 10 mLs of Schizandra. Love the color. And I also picked motherwort. Motherwort is wonderful for your cardiovascular system. It's also very kind of settling. If you have like a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of, oh no, I just made a mess. Made a mess. This is why I use a tray. But it is definitely very supportive for your cardiovascular system. So we are doing 10 of motherwort. And this is going to be great for keeping me just nice and calm. And then the last one we're gonna add is 10 of lemon balm. So I kept going back and forth between if I wanted to add passion flower into this, but I think what I'm gonna actually do is not do passion flower in this blend. I will actually keep my passion flower in my tea blend that I already have blended up, which that is passion flower. It does have a little valerian root, chamomile. What else does it have? Peppermint, and it has linden leaf and flower. So I will have that already ready to go in a little bag. Now what I do when I'm going out of town, if I can, I bring a French press to brew up a big old pot, and then I'll drink it, you know, at night. Or I've found that it's helpful to actually have the little like disposable muslin cheesecloth bags. Those are great. They're little tea bags like that. So I'll end up probably bringing some of those just to kind of help. But this is lemon balm. I know I talk about lemon balm. Lemon balm is lovely for the anxious belly, and it's a good herb as well. But it will kind of make you a little bit sleepy, so that's why I only did a little bit. But what I would do is shake it all up. I will take about a dropper full. Now this is with alcohol, and what I found is if I have a good cup of hot tea, I'll actually take my tincture and I'll drop it in my hot tea, and that will kind of help with the alcohol to dissipate a little bit. But if you are comfortable doing tinctures, another way that I do is under my tongue, and I let it sit for a couple of seconds. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh, that Schizandra berry is good. But this will kind of help allow for me to just kind of stay calm and not get too nervous and excited. I'm one of the last speakers at the conference, so I think it's going to be really good. The last time I spoke at that festival, I was one of the first, so I think I'm going to be warmed up. I'm going to already have my people on, you know, and I think it's going to be great. This is, I'm going to call this tincture, because that's another fun thing. This tincture is going to be, we're going to call it like no stage fright. Yeah, no stage fright. That's what I'm gonna call this one. And I'll have this one with me in my pocket before I go up and talk. But some of the other things that we're gonna bring, obviously, is some tea blends. I'll also bring some salves that I have used in the event of we might need something. I also bring a bug spray, a whole bunch of things. If any of you are interested in learning more about herbalism, I'm gonna put a few links down below. And then of course, I'll keep taking you guys along with me on all the adventures here on YouTube. But I gotta go finish packing and get ready to go see some pretty awesome people down in Tennessee. That's what we're calling it. No to stage fright. And if any of you guys are at the Homestead Festival Conference this coming weekend, I hope that you stop by and say hi. I'm gonna be all set up in our tent with a whole bunch of stuff, and it's gonna be a blast. So, as always, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old. Bye, guys.